Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the A&R NASCAR Cup Series Season 2. We are here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Brickyard 400. In Season 1 of the A&R NASCAR Cup Series, at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Dale Earnhardt Jr. was the winner of the race. I believe he went up against Jamie McMurray to take the victory. And his car is here in 1/24th scale form. Let me just get it centered. His car is here in 1/24th scale form, in the same, or at least a similar paint scheme to what he ran. This is a 2016. He ran the 2017 Exalta, but this is actually an Elite model. So the hood can open, the deck lid can open, the roof flaps can come out, like so, and the wheels can turn. In fact, you can see the steering wheel on the inside of the car turn as I turn the wheels. So he will be spectating in the infield. These 27 drivers will be qualifying against each other to see who can get the pole position and who will be eliminated, because if you haven't seen a previous video of Season 2, unless the track is a 3-lane like Daytona or Talladega, the worst qualifier gets eliminated because of the fact that we need an even number of drivers. 26 is an even number, 27 is not, so one driver gets eliminated, so that way we have a round number of stage races. Alex Bowman here, sporting the 88, the reigning champion of last season here at Indianapolis. In fact, in the same sponsor of the car, but in a different paint scheme. And the pace car will demonstrate the track for you if you haven't seen last season. Here we have the pace car, in Season 2 we now have the 6-lane raceway, so that'll be their starting gate. They start here at the gate, lanes 2 and 5 will be used. They will race down side by side, then go into an open section of track, go into opposite 180-degree turns. They go around into a straightaway and into a 90-degree turn, which is mirrored on the other side. Although for qualifying, we have the qualifying gate here, with the track piece just here, waiting for the actual race, which you will see next week. They go around a 180, and then they go around a 90, and whoever crashes into these bandanas first will take the victory. Here goes the pace car to demonstrate the track. Go around, and they go through the qualifying gate with lane 5 for the qualifying, but the gate will be out of the way on the actual race. Now, let's get started.
First up, we have Jamie McMurray in the number 1 car. Jamie McMurray was the runner-up finisher of last year's Indianapolis race. Let's see if he can do well here at qualifying for the race next week. Looks like he got a 131 for Jamie McMurray.
Next up is Brad Keselowski in his Rees car in 3, 2, 1, go. He will get a big fat 0. He's disappeared behind the checkered flag, but he's actually flown off the track. In fact, in testing, none of that happened, so that's a surprise.
Next, we have Austin Dillon in the 3 car. Austin Dillon is in a must-win situation at Indy next week if he wants to make the playoffs. His car did not sound good coming out of the gate, and he does not qualify a time. That's not a good start to this week for Austin Dillon. He needs to win next week. They're going to have to work on that car for next week.
Next up, we have Kevin Harvick in his Mole 1 car in 3, 2, 1, go. He got a 0.91 for his speed. Under 100. Not that good.
Next, we have Trevor Bayne in the number 6 car. Psych! Actually, it's Matt Kenseth's turn to race. A magic paint scheme transformation for the 6 car. Let's see.
Quick drive through the paint booth.
Matt Kenseth, he doesn't have a win. Trevor Bayne has 1, but Matt Kenseth trying to finish off strong here. As this Indianapolis will be the 6 car's last race this year, as because it is a part-time ride, it does not get to participate in the playoffs. A 162 to the top of the board goes Matt Kenseth.
Next up is Chase Elliott, which is in a must-win situation if he wants to make the playoffs. Let's see what he can do in his Little Caesars Pizza. Go! And a 123. Not bad, but not good.
Next we have Aric Almirola, who is one of those drivers right on the bubble. There are 4 drivers that we're going to be watching next week for the bubble to see who will make it and who will be eliminated. And Aric Almirola is one of them. 128. 1 below Chase Elliott, I believe. My mistake. Chase Elliott did not get a 129, as I thought he got a 123, so Aric Almirola will top Chase Elliott in that regard.
We have Denny Hamlin in the number 11 FedEx car. In 3, 2, 1, go. A 128.
Next we have the Atlanta winner of this year, already locked into the playoffs. Ryan Blaney in the 12 car, his first year with Team Penske. 127, right below the 9 and 10, or the 10 and 11 car.
Next up is Ty Dillon, which is currently sitting second in points, behind Kyle Larson, which is taking the lead. Let's see how we can do here at the final race of the standard season. In 3, 2, 1, go. A 137, better than the previous 3 drivers. 4 drivers actually, counting Chase Elliott.
Next we have the winningest driver in Season 2, Clint Bowyer. He has 2 wins on the season, looking to finish off the regular season with another. Oh man, Clint Bowyer with a huge wreck. Well, that's not looking good to finish off the regular season.
Next up is probably the worst performing driver in Season 2 of the NASCAR Cup Series. Sitting last place with 53 points is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He is in a must-win situation if he even wants to have a chance of battling in the playoffs. And even if he does terribly here in qualifying, he'll be eliminated from the playoffs then and there without even being able to participate in the race itself. Let's see how we can do in 3, 2, 1. A 158. That'll put him in second place, I believe.
Next we have the 18 of Kyle Busch, still looking for his first win in the A&R NASCAR Cup Series. He's one of those 4 on the bubble. A 100 exactly for Kyle Busch.
Next up is Daniel Suarez, and if we've said it once, we've said it 1,000 times. He is currently the reigning champion of last season. He won the championship last season. Let's see how he does here at Indianapolis. In 3, 2, 1, go. A 100 exactly, just like his teammate Kyle.
Erik Jones in a must-win situation in order to make the playoffs. Let's see if he can match his teammates Kyle Busch and Daniel Suarez, or if he can top them. A 96. So not a very good run for the 20 car.
Next up is Paul Menard in his Quaker State car. In 3, 2, 1, go. A 110 for his speed.
Next we have Joey Logano, who is locked in on points. A 107 for Joey Logano.
Next up is the Watkins Glen runner-up, William Byron, sporting the 24 Exalta. In 3, 2, 1, go. a 90 or an 89 rather, 89 miles an hour.
Next we have Ryan Newman, the second Richard Childress car to take the track. The first one didn't do very well. Let's see if Ryan Newman can do much better than that, as he is in a must-win situation. Had some trouble getting out of the gate, and it will cost him as he does not clock a time. So Ryan Newman's chances of getting into the playoffs keep going down the drain here.
Next up is Kurt Busch, which is currently fine on points. So I don't think he'll be eliminated here at Indianapolis. Let's see how he does in 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, I think he hit his splitter on the track transition. That's gotta hurt.
Next we have last week's winner, Kyle Larson in the 42 car, looking to go out strong here in the regular season in 3, 2, 1. A 119 for Kyle Larson.
Next up is Bo Wallace in his U.S. Air Force car. Let's see what speed he can get. A 141, that'll put him pretty high up on the board.
Next we have AJ Allmendinger, who has only gained 86 points during the regular season, so he's also in a must-win along with a number of other drivers. A 93 for the 47 car.
And next up we have Jimmie Johnson in his Lowe's for Pros car. Sorry about that, a bit of camera malfunction. Jimmie Johnson and his Lowe's for Pros car in 3, 2, 1, go.
Next we have Martin Truex Jr., another one of the the bubble drivers. Let's see how he can qualify here at Indianapolis. A 90, so not too good for Martin Truex Jr.
Next up we have Alex Bowman sporting the 88, the one in victory lane last season. In 3, 2, 1, go. A 123, the same as, I think, Chase Elliott.
And the final driver for this afternoon is the 95 of Kasey Kahne in the WRL General Contractors car. He already won at Texas this year, so he's locked into the playoffs. He gets a 137 for the 95 machine.
Hey guys, I want to join too. Whee!
For watching from Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the A&R NASCAR Cup Series. Here is your lineup for next week. Matt Kenseth has gotten the pole, while his teammate Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is second. So Roush Fenway Racing has brought their best equipment to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, it looks like, as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has to win next week if he wants to participate, and he's looking strong so far. What an upset that would be if Ricky Stenhouse Jr. were to win. Then we have 4 Chevys in a row. Bubba, Ty, Casey, and Jamie. Jamie McMurray is looking to take the victory this year, as he came oh so close last year. One of the bubble drivers, Aric Almirola, next. Denny Hamlin, a must-win. Ryan Blaney's a lock. Chase Elliott is on the bubble, but he's going to have to do a lot. Most likely win. A lock for these 2 drivers. He's on the bubble. Joey is locked in. Kyle Busch is on the bubble. Suarez is on the bubble, which is crazy to think about Suarez being on the bubble. And then Eric Jones. Then AJ, Kevin, Martin Truex Jr., and Byron. These were all the drivers that clocked a speed. These 5 drivers right here did not. Neither did Jimmie Johnson. And we'll close out with this. Jimmie Johnson will not participate in the Season 2 playoffs. He will not get to participate in next week's race. Jimmie Johnson has lost his chance at being in the playoffs. So, Jimmie Johnson, as one of the NASCAR's greatest in the NASCAR Cup Series, Won't get to participate here in the A&R NASCAR Cup Series playoffs as he did last year, but this year was not his year. Hopefully he can do better next year. But there's your lineup for next week. We'll see you next week at Indianapolis to see which drivers will make it to the playoffs, which drivers' seasons will end. See you guys.